what's going on, guys? So I'm here to give you guys my review of Season 2, Episode 3 of Monarch Legacy of Monsters. Man, I'm really enjoying this show, far more than Starfleet Academy. Thank God that's over with. It's just, God, I don't even know anything about Star Trek, but, like, that show is just so terrible. Okay, but this isn't about Star Trek. This is about Godzilla. So let's talk about this. So basically, in this episode, we kind of pick up where we left off in Episode 2. Episode 2 cuts off with them trying to run from the ritual that these people are doing. I don't know if they're like an indigenous people, so I'm going to kind of call them like an indigenous people, but these people that are like indigenous to this island, it seems like we're doing a ritual which summon Titan X and basically all the little like scarab creatures that come with it, and they were running towards Titan X, and Keiko and not Billy. I'm having a brain fart. I'm forgetting his name. Lee Shaw. Keiko and Lee are trying to escape. Basically, we pick up right there, and the building that they escape into gets destroyed by Titan X, and they basically they survive. And the people that were on that island didn't want them to survive, and we learn that they end up chasing them through the woods, and they kind of corner Keiko and Lee defends her, and then they run, and they ditch the film, or they ditch the camera, but they keep the film to try and like buy themselves some time. And these people end up chasing them. Like I said, they chase them into the woods, and we learn this entire episode is basically we learn about what happened to Billy and why he left, because it's been alluded to like for a very long time now that he just up and left, and we really never understood why, and we learn now why. So we also get some more backstory on why the two I forget their names because they're very forgettable, why Hiroshi, which is the son, and the girl that's really annoying, I forget her name, but we basically learned why Keiko's son had two daughters, or not two daughters, but had two children with two different women. And basically we get a scene here where he tells her that he loved Keiko's mom, or he loved the girl's mom back home, and he loved Hiroshi's mom at work, and he doesn't expect her to understand. And then you kind of like get a glimpse of her, you get a look on her, we get a shot on her face, and you basically, the face that she's giving, and if you know the backstory here, it's like, well, she does understand, because in this episode we also learned that she loved both Lee Shaw and Billy for different reasons. And you can tell that she loved Billy because Billy allowed her to, be herself, and he like understood her want for the chase of the monsters and Monarch and everything like that. She explains that her old husband, who passed away due to cancer sucks, by the way, cancer, fuck you, she loves both of them. She loves Billy and she loves Lee because, like I said, Billy allows her to, be herself and go and chase these monsters, and they share that. And but Billy has a problem of like dragging her all around the world, and then like we see it in episode 2 when they find that he just leaves her, right? And she doesn't like that. And so she likes that in this episode, Lee says that he can't leave her. And she, she's drawn to that protecting that Lee provides for her. And we see that in this episode, how he just immediately protects her. And to be honest with you, I don't think Billy's like that. Billy doesn't give that vibe of like the alpha male protecting type of person. He just doesn't, you know. And so I think she's drawn to that. And so she's found these two things that she's looking for in two separate men instead of finding it in one person. And, you know, sometimes it's really hard. And I don't know, I think this show does that adult drama a lot better than Starfleet does. It does adult drama. For one, it doesn't, Starfleet is more on like kid drama and stuff like that. They focus more on like high school garbage that nobody wants to watch. And even then, like, it's not like high school garbage, because that's shit that doesn't even happen in high school. So it's like, who is this for? Whereas this show, it has its characters that are definitely annoying, like the young Japanese lady. I find her incredibly annoying. The one that was it episode 1 that like pressed the button and everyone's like, it's not your fault. And then kudos to her character and kudos to the writers for making it her character's fault. But she goes on this whole like arc this episode where she's like, oh, it is my fault, and like nobody wants to admit that. And it's kind of like interesting that, like, I don't know, like, I feel that it is her fault. I think she's right in that it is her fault. And there's a part here at the end where she's like, I guess she's a lesbian. I don't really care for that. I fast forwarded, but the lady that she's doing lesbian stuff with, her girlfriend, quote unquote, tells her that like she needs to like get better and like fix her shit and stuff like that. And it's like, well, if you had seen what she just did, you probably wouldn't be saying that. But overall, I really like this episode. We got a lot more of Titan X. We also learned that there's a device that can lure Titan X from where Titan X is currently headed, which I'm assuming is the mainland, because they make it sound like that. And they're able to use this device to replicate the frequency that Titan X uses in order to bring Titan X to their location to try and like save some populated areas. We also see Apex in this episode. They do a really good job in this universe of like, is Apex the good guy? Is Apex the bad guy? I kind of always assumed, because of the movies, that Apex was the bad guy, but the way they portray them in the TV shows is Apex is kind of like this morally gray area. Like they're good, but they only do it when it benefits them, right? That type of thing. And so I think Apex is very interesting in this, and I'm very interested to see what they do with Apex. Just for the fact that, you know, it's like this shadow organization and stuff like that. And they make hints that like, oh, like, you know, Monarch's selling out the big tech now and stuff like that. And that's interesting, and I want to see where they take it, because I do kind of agree with that. Like, I don't think that the government's good for, you know, these private organizations to be meddling and stuff. And they play with a little bit how we can't let the public know about this. And it's, you know, that's what happens when you do private organizations. They don't want the public knowing about things, and I don't agree with that shit. It's like, you should let the public know about these things. So it's very interesting. I wonder where they're going to take that. But I'm excited. I'm enjoying it very much so. There's been a couple things that I found quite annoying, like the daughter and stuff like that. But overall, I think this is a great show, and I think it's, you know, it's worth your time. I think they've improved on the flaws of the last season and the complaints that we had of, you know, there's not enough monster action, and there's too much human stuff, too much human drama. And I think they've dialed back on that human drama and cranked up the monster action. So I'm enjoying it. I'm looking forward to next episode. I'll look forward to watching them each week. I don't, unlike some shows like Starfleet Academy, but that's besides the point. But I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, this review. I'll have a Daredevil video for the trailer posted here at some point, and I will have Yellowstone Marshals posted at some point. I've just been incredibly busy with some stuff this week, guys, and last week, so I plan on uploading more and more here soon, but just bear with, I'm sorry. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Much love, everyone.